So we're set to go. It'll be Tag Junior, Rock Junior going to make their way out 16 laps. And here's how we'll line them up on the pole in the number 7, Tag Junior driver Devin Bowerman. Tag Junior driver Vincenzo Saraceno in the 0-1 starting second. Third, it'll be the 3 of Chris Maxim. Rock Junior driver Mayo Livingston. Fourth overall in the 246. Starting fifth, the 251, Rock Junior driver Matias Ramirez. Tag Junior driver the 19, Michael Stevens starting sixth. Seventh, it'll be the 419, Rock Junior driver Alex Sullivan. So they'll get a hot lap ready to go, 16 laps. Field to come off that final turn. Get ready to go. 16 laps. Again, what a piece of driving we saw in that pre-final. Devin Bowerman got shoved back to the back of the field and crossed the line by 0.3 of a second with a win in the Tag Junior. And we'll pick up the green. We're underway now as they head into turn number 1. Bowerman, your Tag Junior driver. Much better start this time for Bowerman. Right where you want to be up front as they come through that tree turn for the first time. Saraceno. Now a little bit of contact. Boy, they are bouncing around. That's Chris Maxon as they continue to bounce around. Third place on back. Look at this long jam of traffic. And they're still side by side coming off that hairpin turn. All right, fellas, we've got a 16-lap race. They're trying to win it all here in lap number 1. No doubt about it. And they'll scatter off as they come down the front stretch. Saraceno not wasting any time. He'll move up into that second spot. Maxon now battles for third. Him and Mayo Livingston, the Rock Junior driver. So up front, holding on to that top spot, Devin Bowerman. Right there in his heels is Saraceno. Saraceno dominating in that pre-final, but came up a little bit short as Devin Bowerman, with a one heck of a recovery, came from the back of the field after an early altercation and came back and won the pre-final by just 0.3 of a second. Right now, the class of the field. In your Tag Junior, Bowerman and Saraceno as they dive down into turn number 1. Stevens in the number 19. That's your Tag Junior driver, currently being scored in the third spot. Chris Maxon running fourth, Tag Junior driver. In the Rock Junior right now, it's Mayo Livingston leading in the Tag Junior. Or correct that, it'll be Rock Junior, Mayo Livingston, your leader in the Rock Junior. That's a log jam of traffic there as they head to the chicane. But up front, breaking away, your race leader, Bowerman, with Saraceno in tow. Bowerman with a 2.5 second advantage over third place running Michael Stevens. So that just goes to show you how quick these two drivers are. Bowerman, lap number 3, quick time, 37.187 for Bowerman. Saraceno holding on to second, about 0.4 of a second behind your leader. So they'll work their way off the hairpin turn. Up front is Bowerman, Saraceno, and Stevens. Top 3 in the Tag Junior. So they'll work their way that final turn. Just 3 laps complete this time by lap number 4. As they head down into turn number 1. 5, about a half a second now for your leader. So picked up about 1/10 on that previous lap, talking about your leader, Devin Bowerman. Running third is Stevens. Nobody around. Stevens just flying solo in that third spot. Michael right now 2.9 seconds behind your leaders off the hairpin turn. Rock Junior leader Mayo Livingston. Mayo about 0.2 ahead of Chris Maxon, the Tag Junior driver. Then he's about 0.8 of a second ahead of second running Rock driver. Again, that'll be Matias Ramirez. So 5 laps complete. Warning going to come out for the 3 of Maxon. Who was shaking that black flag at him. A little aggressive there. There's Maxon again trying to get to the inside as they come off that tree turn. Not going to be able to make the pass. But up front, Devin Bowerman, your one and only leader in the Tag Junior. Mayo Livingston, Rock Junior leader, with 5 laps in the books. 16-lap final. Mini Rock, you're up next. That'll be Mini Rock. You're up next. So get him on the grid. So overall quick time 36.987 by Devin Bowerman, the only driver now in the 36-second bracket. He's still got a half a second lead over Saraceno. He's not been able to really get away from Saraceno because Vincenzo's been there about a half a second. 0.4 of a second consistently lap after lap. 7 laps in the books. Your leader just turned a 36.925, and there it is now, 0.7 of a second. So Saraceno dropping about 0.2 of a second. So up front, Bowerman your leader, Tag Junior, Saraceno second, Stevens third, Chris Maxim fourth, Rock Junior, it's Livingston, Ramirez, and Sullivan. Devin Bowerman, lap number 7, 36.925. Saraceno, lap number 5, had a 37.048. Once again, the only driver in the 36-second bracket is your leader, Bowerman. Now Saraceno will cross the line. Nice run for Saraceno, 36.915. Shaved off about 1/10 of a second, but Saraceno with the hot hand right now, 36.9185. As there's 8 laps in, 8 to go. And it will run them down in your Tag Junior. It's Bowerman, your leader. Saraceno second. Third, it's Stevens. Fourth, in the Tag Junior, it's Chris Maxon. In your Rock Junior, Mayo Livingston, Ramirez, and Sullivan, your 3 in the Rock Junior class. So Saraceno trying to get all he can out of the 0-1 machine and finds himself 0.8 of a second behind your leader into the tree turn. And Chris Maxon trying to gain some ground. There's Chris in the number 3. Makes his way through the tree turn. And again, Mayo Livingston, Ramirez all right there ahead of him as they'll come off that hairpin turn. So 9 in, 1 leader in your Tag Junior. That has been Devin Bowerman. Devin does not want to repeat that pre-final. What a piece of driving going back to the pre-final for Devin Bowerman. Found himself in the back of the field and dug himself back up to the front and really wheeled that cart around. Did an outstanding job in the pre-final. And pretty well in hand right now, making it look pretty easy. And some racing going on now for that top position. We'll check in on the Rock Junior class. Mayo, Livingston, and Ramirez. And they're hung up in behind the Tag Junior driver, Chris Maxon. So it's Mayo Livingston, your leader in the Rock Junior. Ramirez behind him. There's your leader. Tag driver, Bowerman off of turn number 1. Here comes that battle now. Rock Junior between Mayo, Livingston, and Ramirez. Ramirez finally going to get around him. And Ramirez now your leader in the Rock Junior class. So 11 laps into it, Ramirez finally getting around and making the pass. Couple of Tony carts there, 1-2 in your Rock Junior class, led by Matias Ramirez. Again, Ramirez had an outstanding weekend. I've not seen a weekend in a long time where the driver was able to sweep every single event, and that was the Rock Junior last weekend. Ramirez set quick time in qualifying, swept the 3 heat races, won the pre-final, and dominated in the final. What a run for Ramirez last weekend, and right now he's got the momentum. He'll come off at turn number 1. 12 laps in for Ramirez. He is your Rock Junior leader into the tree turn. We'll see if he can get around the Tag driver, Chris Maxim, into number 3. As Mayo Livingston staying in striking distance of Ramirez as they'll come off that hairpin turn. Bowerman right now cruising right along with a 1.2 second advantage for Bowerman. Bowerman into turn number 1. Now 1.4 seconds for Devin Bowerman over Saraceno. Stevens looking to lock up a podium finish for the 2nd day in a row. Michael Stevens moving right along. There's Stevens off the tree turn. And Michael Stevens holding on to third. Nobody been around Michael Stevens. Unfortunately for Stevens, he's 5.6 seconds behind your leader. So Lewis going to show him two to go, this time by for Bowerman. Bowerman into turn number one with a 1.5 second advantage for Devin Bowerman. Lap number 10, 36.892 by Devin Bowerman. That is overall quick lap. Bowerman and Saraceno, two drivers in that 36-second bracket. Best lap time for Bowerman, 36.892. Saraceno, 36.915 for Saraceno. And a white flag, one to go, Devin Bowerman. Looking to go wire to wire for Bowerman. Now, it has not been that easy in the Rock Junior class for Ramirez and Mayo Livingston. That has been a good one, as Ramirez with about a kart length and a half advantage into turn number one for Mateus Ramirez. Livingston driving it hard. We'll see if he can get around Ramirez. They'll come through the tree turn. Boy, Ramirez flying into the tree turn. Get ahead of them. That's the three of Chris Maxim, tag junior driver. They'll work off the chicane. Bowerman going to cruise on home for the victory. There's Bowerman, your winner in the tag junior. See if Ramirez can hang on. He's got about a kart length and a half advantage. Off that final turn, here comes Ramirez down the front stretch. Matias strong enough to score the win, so Ramirez will be your Rock Junior winner. So here's your rundown. Bowerman, tag junior winner. Saraceno second, Stevens third, Maxon fourth. In the Rock Junior, it's Ramirez your winner, Livingston and Alex Sullivan.